Port Moresby Safe City for Women and Girls project is part of a global UN Women flagship program to make public spaces safe for women and girls. UN Women and the National Capital District Commission with the Royal PNG Police Constabulary launched the program in 2010 with the focus on markets. This project is largely funded by the Australian and the New Zealand governments. Through the partnership, UN Women and NCD seek to make the markets in Port Moresby safer for women and children. The markets of Port Moresby provide a vital opportunity for women and men to enter the informal economy. In Papua New Guinea, 85% of employment is based on subsistence agriculture, and markets provide a crucial access to a small income for many. The city's markets also provide opportunities for women, girls, men, and boys to exchange news and socialize. Market vendors in Port Moresby are predominantly women who provide economic support to their households. However, markets are greatly affected by violence, which is endemic in Port Moresby, particularly against women and girls.
Customer kami sa Doroni Molgo. En plantis and in fight cross mbla pore to ande sanap mazet lesta. Na mbla magedea. Mbla pore to ande kan lo money. Na pore to ande go back. Na maged in soitu bara.
In 2012, UN Women conducted a study in 6 markets in Port Moresby. The study found that 55% of women and girls surveyed had experienced some form of violence at the markets.
Inside Morat, but outside, Kapag na mini goods line, second hand, all this like cost implant the problem outside. This like entertain implant opportunities come inside, stealing money blood mama, police escape blood mama, police blood susa. The plan is something you come outside. Then outside problem come inside, na people inside affect big lot.
There are multiple forms of violence being reported at the markets. These include sexual violence, such as verbal harassment, unwanted touching, indecent exposure and rape, and other forms of violence like pickpocketing, extortion, and fights. Although the causes of violence are diverse and complex, youth unemployment, gambling, and substance abuse were identified as major contributors to the violence at the markets.
According to the operation of to this market, right now there is no proper control due to street sellers. Their habitual character, they want to sell anything, whether it's factory-made goods or from the gardens or whatever. They never respect whether it's a street part or the roadway or whatever, as long as they sell anything along the road. This causing the opportunity for criminals, especially those young people.
I'm because supported one ten, I'm because sit down. I don't plus a suit logo tapona, a man bacamo. On mangi make it yaman move lord.
Gordens market is one of the oldest and the largest markets in Port Moresby. In the past 4 decades, over 1,000 vendors and shoppers have gathered there daily for trading of goods and news.
There is plenty line street. Main market los capital city here. And Gordens.
Majority of half of the population and live the market so. And we stop the market.
The supplement kagi and the supplement Gordens.
However, frequent outbreaks of crime and violence at Gordens Market and its surroundings limit access of shoppers and vendors to the market. Dilapidated and poorly maintained infrastructures at the market provide hiding places for perpetrators and present health hazards to the market users.
600 to 1,000 vendors mula there. Facility lo accommodating mo kata inonap.
Gordens Market is the main center for the exchange of fresh produce in Port Moresby, but has not been upgraded over the years despite the rapidly growing population. The poor maintenance regimes over the decades of operation also contributed to the current state of the infrastructure.
Current state is market now. I'm needing development. I'm needing change, especially on building, fencing, other facility in Salomon.
Because of the overcrowding at Gordens Market, some vendors sell their produce in the open and under their own shelters.
Okay, thank you. Gordens so mama na boss around on market stuff. What's a sana na what's a market I will stop. No good basian na sandin no say. Stop number na say. Market I will pani we do na stop what's stop.
How we play to sana. We plus stop and we plus a market.
There are also vendors selling within a few meters from the rubbish collection site.
Because what's the little market on making me? What's a sustaining livelihood loan? Look at the family loan, buying school fee. Look at the money go to school. Look at somebody family or sick. One is no child. Look at the more. I'm through the market as well.
Na mi place I stand up na some place I put in drum na sit down na batlo drum na place I sit down lo market. So look also mi plan need lo all ma sense market lo plan. Na ban place sit down good lo form na ban plan lining straight or kake lo plan lo market.
Some vendors bring their own tables and chairs to sit on.
Mi na table na bed na wala no hato sa na mi wage table lo mi pare baget to kage lo mi puti market la table lo mi.
The situation is worse during the rainy season, where water ponds at various points in the market due to blocked drains. Sewage occasionally overflows from the toilets. Despite the conditions, vendors continue to display their produce on the ground, as there are no alternative sites for wet weather vending. Through the Safe City Project, NCDC and the New Zealand Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade are jointly funding a new market at the same site. The upgraded infrastructure, designed through a consultative process with the market users, will provide a safe, healthy and inclusive market for the city. The new Gordens Market will be a safe space for thousands of vendors and shoppers to trade and socialize in over the next few decades.